We're here now with Ken Erskine, who's been the principal organiser behind the 60-second pitch. Ken, you see all these kids right from the beginning, and you must get to know them, but what's it like choosing just one winner?
I think it's incredibly hard, Vincent, when you look through the journey that those guys have been on. We started off with 50, down to 10, then down to one winner, and I guess there's always got to be one who's the winner. But these guys have really put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's fantastic to see them come through from the first start. People there nervous with bits of paper, not really sure. A couple of them who will remain nameless, who are here in the finals, who weren't exactly sure around what they would be pitching and how they pitch it, to see how it developed week after week after week to actually come to the result. And I think it's really rewarding to see that, and I think it's really useful for the guys to force them to have the discipline to think about, how do I convey what my pitch is in 60 seconds, and what are the important things to say in that short period of time.
You must see a few kind of emotions. Were there any meltdowns? Did anyone pull out?
We actually frightened away a few people at the first session, I'm sorry to say, but maybe that's a good natural selection process.
Right.
As in, a number of people I thought, or rather the feedback came back to us that said they thought it was a little bit too commercial, a little bit too focused on business, and it was a business pitching competition.
Not theatre sports.
No.
How many of these, I'm calling them kids only because they seem really young, how many of them do you think will actually go on to run their own businesses?
I would like to think that certainly a lot of the top 10 would be there in one shape, form, guise or another. I think it's important to know that maybe it's not with that specific idea that we saw today. I think being an entrepreneur is a journey, and it's finding the right solution that the market wants to buy. And if it's a good entrepreneur, if it's not the right solution, we'll pack up and move on to the next one and cut their losses and go for it. So certainly if it's not one of the ones they pitched on today, it will maybe be something in future.
Ken, did the right business win today?
Well, I think, at the end of the day, it's a choice for the judges. Personally, I think that Big Little Bang has got a tremendous opportunity in front of it, so maybe I'm a little bit one-eyed, but I think it's a really great choice. I'm very pleased to see that. The intellectual property is owned by Chris. It's his own work, it's his own idea. He's been working on it for years, and I think it's something that could really put New Zealand on the map. It's a hot sector, so you could argue that, but you could also argue a lot of other guys up there were the other three finalists all had a really good solution, so could have taken it out too. I think it was a close run thing. I think it really was.
Well, I quite like the idea of combining the green loos with the musical thing. I think that'd be like the perfect combo,
it
like a singing Facebook loo. Anyway, here we are at Fast Pitch. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Vince.